lost, we will see us through and see how we can go through these trial moments.
Whereas Honorable Feta Joffrey, Member of Parliament Ivu East Division, who doubles as Chairman West Nile Parliamentary Caucus, says Cyril had that bond with her people, therefore advises people to send a leader of her caliber to the floor of Parliament.
She was in touch with the last voter in the Kobogo district. In touch. She was helping the young girls, she was helping women, she was in the heart and the life of every ordinary voter in Kobogo. Send leaders who can make the name of your district stand up, like Margaret. I know the message that you are aware, the Bible says, many are called, but few are chosen. So when you are chosen, choose the correct ones who will make your name remain at the national footprint. I thank you very much. May the good Lord rest the soul of our mother, our leader, our hero, in eternal peace.
Honorable Wadu Kasiano Ezati, Chief Mona, encourages the children of the deceased to impress the legacy their mothers left.
She was such a very humanist lady. Human will always be in the center of her debate. To the others, you are not total workers. Total workers in the sense that the two parents are left. But at least you have been left of age. What I request of you is to take forward the legacy of your two parents. Remain united. I've seen very many families that go into flames after the loss of parents.
Late Honorable Margaret Babadere, apart from her being one of the iconic political figures in the country, most were representative of people with disability, she was also an iconic biology and chemistry teacher. Oraku Benson Pastore, West Nile Television Nilecast. Moving forward, this time from Moyo District, particularly about infrastructural development, over 4.5 billion shillings needed for the reconstruction of Chale Stadium after the project has stalled for close to 10 years. This was revealed by Drico James, the chairman steering committee for the reconstruction of Chale Stadium on Saturday, 11th of Jan 2025, during the launch and fundraising drive for the project at the stadium. Okumu Dominic reports about that.
The initiative to construct the stadium was first taken by the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees UNHCR in 2017, but however the project only shows the construction of the pavilion, which was abandoned without being completed under unclear circumstance, which forced some of the community members within the district to initiate the reconstruction of the stadium to promote sports. Drico James, the chairman steering committee for Chale Stadium reconstruction and maintenance project, said he volunteered to be the chairman for the construction of the stadium after acquiring several experiences in construction works and wants to give back to his community, but however said the committee needs to raise over 4.5 billion shillings for complete construction of the stadium.
I had a motivation, having had a beautiful engineering background with experience and seeing the challenges that Madi community and people of the Nile district are having. I decided to volunteer as part of this committee. Now, as of now, we have noticed that in our appraisal, we got a report of about 4.5 billion for the entire reconstruction for the project and about 389 for the fencing. However, for the launch, we had a budget of about 4.5 million, which we achieved the target even before the launch date today. Because other dignitaries gave their sacrificed contributions in kind, which is actually more than the 5 million that we have gotten as of now.
Anyanzo Terry Selton, the Secretary for Education and Social Services, Moyo District Local Government, said The community-led initiative for the reconstruction of Chele Chele Stadium is a big challenge to the government because the president one time made a pledge to construct the stadium, but up to date, the president's pledge was never fulfilled. He, however, urged the members of parliament to follow up the presidential pledges for the people of Moyo so that the construction of the stadium will be effected.
This is a great challenge to government of Uganda. Politically, it's challenging our government because the launching was done by the president himself when he came here for campaign, and he promised to do support towards construction of the stadium. But what is lacking is follow-up of president's pledges. So I'm challenging my members of parliament to ensure that the pledges of the president is followed, inclusive of this stadium.
Adama Wilson, the district sports officer, lauded the community members for taking up the initiative to construct a fence around the stadium, saying this once achieved will help in raising funds to support the players with uniforms, playing boots, among other things needed for good sportsmanship.
As a sports officer, I'm grateful to the people of Moyo that they have indeed appreciated our efforts that Chele Chele Stadium should be fenced. The reason, one, we need play boots, but all these things are lacking as of now. We need support from every stakeholder. Once we have a fence here, there will be entrance, either 5,000, 10,000, 2,000, any amount to enter. By doing that, we would have contributed to the development of our children here. Probably we shall even invite other people from other regions to come and play here. We have regional clubs within here, so together we can do something. Now I'm appealing to all the committee members under me here as a sports officer, from DFA, from referees body, all this steering committee. Let us cooperate and speak one language. If we want to achieve this thing, we shall achieve it. We don't need to label one another and say these ones have been in the steering committee, they have stolen what they have stolen, they blah, blah. That will not take us anywhere. Let's speak one language. Together we shall build Chele Chele Stadium.
Dominic Anthony Okumu, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
Away from that particular story from Moyo, now moving to another area within West Nile region, particularly in Greater Nebi. In a vibrant display of color, music and movement, the local community of Greater Parombo over the weekend gathered to showcase their rich cultural heritage through a spectacular traditional dance performance. And this story has been compiled by Alfred Jawok.
In a vibrant display of color, music and movement, the local community of Greater Parombo over the weekend gathered to showcase their rich cultural heritage through a spectacular traditional Ndara dance performances. The event, which was organized by Mr. David Onen, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Alur Kingdom, is aimed at promoting cultural awareness and appreciation, was a resounding success, attracting visitors from Dera Congo and Alur respectively. Onen said the cultural dance featured a diverse range of traditional dances, each carefully showcased the unique customs and traditions of the community.
One has invited the Ndara dancers to this village to come and entertain, but also allow our people to understand the culture in terms of expression in dances. We have brought in the dancers from Congo, DRC, in Bira, two teams who are playing a competitive Ndara dance, which is always good for people to express themselves and understand their culture. We have had this dance from Friday night. Today is Sunday, the final day, and this is the culture of traditional dance in Nile. People dance for at least the whole weekend in the competitive dance like this. So this is in fact also to maintain our cultural values as a Nile people, and dancing, especially dancing, is a very strong part of our culture, and a number of people have not experienced this culture for a long time. The number of children in this village are experienced for the first time in about 10 years. So we think this is one way we can promote our heritage and also our cultural values in terms of dances.
Diedone Okwaimongo from DR Congo Mahagi noted that his cultural heritage is a precious treasure that deserves to be celebrated and shared with the world. He added that through this event, they aim to promote cross-cultural understanding and appreciation while also preserving their traditional customs and practices. The event also featured a range of cultural activities, including traditional music performances, craft exhibitions, and local talents. Visitors were able to immerse themselves in the local culture, learning about the significance of various customs and traditions. The cultural dance performance was met with thunderous applauses, with many in attendance expressing their admiration for the performance skill and dedication. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nilecast.
In more of our stories, the young mothers in Ivora Sub-County and part of Onzivu Ward in Arua City have been empowered with vocational skills in different trades of life. The training that was implemented by CEFOD through Aga Khan Foundation with funding from the Global Affairs Canada supported mainly focused on tailoring, motorcycle repair, and many other trades. Jure Joseph has details about that.
As many young youths struggle with employment challenges after school, several of them always resort to other options like hiring of equipment to let life flow. Some of the SWEET project participants expressed on their journey after the training as they shared their historical pleasure.
Things were hard, but even though it was not there, I look for always to rent from my friends. I was able to get little money to help me with my family.
I'm going to prosper. I'm going to be more active and I'll expose myself to very many customers. As now I'm going to pursue my machine, I'm going to be very more creative. Let me think. Now after being more creative, I think I'm going to get some money whereby I'll now do whatever. I'm going to be a fashion designer, a high tailor.
Meanwhile, the chairman local council 1 of Ombokoro village, Michael Aya, applauded CEFOD for the good move to skill the women in his area and encourage the women to take on development.
Well, I thank CEFOD for giving the machine to my people. And according to the issue, the only thing I want them to develop themselves.
Frida Lekru, the Gender Transformation Officer for CEFOD, mentioned the outcome of the project.
We trained 400 adolescent girls and young women in different trades or vocational skills areas. The parishes we trained are Jono, Eruba, Ringli in Arua district, and also part of Onzivu Ward in Arua City. Today, we are glad to give out startup kit, which is sewing machine, to some of the adolescent girls and young women we trained in tailoring.
Lekuru, however, believes that the knowledge got by the trainees can be of great impact in the society, while the district chairperson of Arua district, Honorable Alfred Okonji, encouraged the public to have job matching to create more business and marketing for the various groups.
Even make them acquire more machines whereby they can get money out of them, use it for upgrading, and they can become potential trainers.
The only thing now is they need to start making money. Let these ladies benefit from PDM without fear or favor. We need to do marketing for these ladies. Two things, job matching and marketing. That is why I want them to be in one place. It will be easier for me to follow them up.
The SWEET project was funded by the Global Affairs Canada through Aga Khan Foundation and implemented by CEFOD. The 2 years project that looked at empowering the young girls and women to address the challenge of property acquisition costed a total of 23 billion Ugandan shillings. Joseph Chura reporting.
Before I leave the studios for that next program, that is probably Kelele, so I need to highlight you with what's happening in the world of sports over the weekend. We had so many things locally and also international, and the biggest of it happened yesterday as we saw the team of Barcelona thrusting aside the Los Blancos, that's Real Madrid in the Spanish Super Cup final, and that game ended by 5-2 in favor of the Catalonian-based club. That means they are the champions, and in the semi-finals we saw the team of Real Madrid knocking out Real Mallorca. Meanwhile, for the Catalonian-based club, they went past the Athletic Bilbao. That means the business is already sealed and done in Spanish Super Cup, and it has gone into the hands of Barcelona. And also we had games in FA Cup, and the biggest one was actually yesterday evening between the team of Manchester United and Arsenal, and the full time ended in a 1-1 draw. And in fact, Bruno Fernandes scored first for Manchester United, and Gabriel Magalhaes has to restore things for the Gunners. But when it reached to the penalty shootout, the Old Trafford-based club picked everything to see that they advance to the next round of FA Cup, and in the draws they will be facing the Foxes, that's Leicester City. That means they will be facing their former employee. I'm talking about Ruud van Nistelrooy. He played for the club, and recently he had also been managing the club. So he's currently the head coach of Leicester City, and Manchester United will be battling Leicester City in round 4 of FA Cup. Meanwhile, for Liverpool, they also won their game against Colchester, demolishing them by 4-0. Meanwhile, for the Stamford Bridge-based club, Chelsea was at home, and they ran riot over Morecambe Wanderers, and they did beat them by 5-0. Meanwhile, for Spurs, they also thrust aside Bournemouth by 3-0 there. For the team of Southampton, they did beat aside, that's Swansea City, also in the other game there. And these are some of the results I feel I don't need to leave out. And that one brings us back to how things also happen in Bet Power FIFA Big League, whereby yesterday we had a Bet Power FIFA Big League derby in West Nile region. It was between the team of Ondoparaka and Calvary. In the process, the misery still keeps on piling on the team of Ondoparaka whenever they travel away to Calvary. I want to confirm to you, Calvary is having a good run when it comes to playing Ondoparaka at home, and I can confirm to you Ondoparaka has never won a game at the stadium of Calvary, and they still continue with the pace. That's after beating a Arua-based club by 1-0 there. And other games we are also played with the Black Angels having a game up against the team of Chinda Boys. Matches they were away from home. They managed to impress their fans, winning by 2-1. Meanwhile, Boma, matches they started the season very well, but of late they are going down. They had an encounter with Busoga, and Busoga did beat them at home by 2-1. And the team of Blacks Power continues with their fine run of the form, and it was top of the table class between the two sides, Gaddafi and Blacks Power. In the process, all the bragging rights went into the hands of Blacks Power as they won the game by 2-1 there. And the biggest win was actually picked by the team of Kataka over the team of Ndugaseze at Mbale Municipal Center Stadium, and they won the game by 3-1. And most of the games produced 3 goals above, with the exception of only the game between Calvary and Onduparaka, which ended in a slim win, as I said, in favor of Calvary. That's derby. Of course, you know how tense derby is. Either it ends with so many goals, or else in a slim win, or else also in a draw. And this one takes us to the highlights of the table standing. Right now, the team which is leading the table is the team of Blacks Power. They have played 13 games already, and they have 29 points, being followed by Gaddafi also with 29 points. They have played the same number of games, but the team of Blacks Power is having a superior goal difference compared to Gaddafi. Third on the log is Calvary. After a slim win over the Caterpillars, they have moved to the 13th position, not 13th rather, into the third position with 24 points, but they have played 13 games. At number 4 is Manchester Onduparaka, lost yesterday. At number 4 is Rada Buimba with 22 points, as well as Onduparaka. They are also at number 5 with 22 points there. That is how things are shaping as far as the log in Bet Power FUFA Big League is concerned. And someone might want to know how things are happening in German Bundesliga. You talk about Spanish Primera Division, Italian Serie A, you talk about Dutch Eredivisie, Portuguese Primera Division, but I am out of time. Maybe I will give you that one tomorrow. Regional League is also continuing, and games were also played, and Coach being tied into a draw by Ottoman in Yumbe Derby. And for Koboko Rising Stars, they also had a 1-1 draw in a derby, that's Koboko Derby, with Okokoro thrashing aside Araka by 3 goals to 1. And Odamataku, this might be their season, went on to thrash BK City by 8 goals to 1. Tipsa did beat Androvu by 2 goals to 1. The only game that never produced a goal in Nile Zone was between Total and Ajuman Town Council Football Club. That game ended in a barren draw. Still in Nyagaki Zone, the pressure still keeps on piling on the team of Airfield Arue City, because Arue City, they were beaten by Parombo by 2 goals to 1. Meanwhile, on the other side, we saw the team of Aroyafield losing into the hands of Paida United by 1-0 for Kluva Rainbow. They did beat Ovuson in the other game there. Why don't we close the chapter there and we also reopen it tomorrow? Have the best of your night.
West Nile TV, lighting up the region.
Hey, Chichi! Oh, Angula! Isa sura emyezi 3 n'empangula. Hey! Ha!